everyone, welcome back to my Beach Angel Tarot Shop. I'm here to do my weekly reading for love and romance for the week of October 9th through the 15th. Do keep in mind this is a general reading. If you'd like your own personal reading, my Etsy shop has reopened for a short period of time again with limited listings. And as always, you can get weekly readings special, which you can purchase at the Etsy shop now, or you can still contact me through my email. Totally up to you in whatever way. So we're going to get a message from the Orisha Tarot. Orisha, the Tarot of the Orishas. I'm so sorry I said that backward. To open the energies, and then we're going to be using Dame Darcy deck to get the messages. So focusing on this week and what message this deck has for everyone. This is a beautiful deck. And I'm focusing on that. I will be reading from the book for it because it's a little bit of a different... Ooh, there it is. It's just wanting to fall out there. So it's a Six of Water. Beautiful. Beautiful energy, Six of Water. And we're going to see what the book says. But the Six of Water is about nostalgia. It's about the past. Okay, I'm going to read from it because it can be important. It says, during the night of a full moon, the tide has risen high. The moon, mother, gives us shelter and protects us in the dark night. Therefore, a mermaid is lying on the water. She was sent by our great mother Yamaya, I say it, you can say it either way, who protects our homes and families. A school of multicolored, mostly silverfish swims around. Although the night is dark, the moon is in its platitude illuminates the intensity of the waters. Okay, so I get a few things from this. Well, I'm going to read the rest of it. It says, glee, re-encounter with our friends and return to our origins. Interchange of ideas, thoughts, knowledge, and presence. So the first thing I get is full moon. We're coming up to the full moon, I think, on the 18th. Second thing I get is... this is about shelter and protection. She talks about... home and family. So for some, this can still indicate I've had the energies in the past of a move. If that energy of a move has changed for you or has kind of waned a bit, that energy is going to move again for moving. And it's even though this is about love, this is an important message, and it has something to do with your journey in regards to love. Okay, so I'm not sure. You better know how that is. And it can just indicate, for some of this is a physical move. For some, this can be that if the energies have quit moving in regards to love, it's going to start moving again. When I see the intensity, it says here, intensity of the waters. Silverfish and intensity of the waters. So, intensity of the waters, it tells me there's a lot of emotion coming up. Could be this coming full moon, you may find yourself more sensitive, you may find a lot of emotions surfacing as well. Okay, so very interesting opening and beautiful opening message. So I love Goddess Yamaya or Yamaya, however you want to pronounce it. So focusing on this week. So what the angels want you to know most important. Six of Pentacles. So balance. And again, we see a ship here. So, you know, reading this intuitively, I see movement. I see possible travel. This ship is facing the past. So this is also the energies of the past as well. 2 sixes are coming up here is important. So Six of Pentacles is about balance, rebalancing, things being even, giving and taking, you know, a sense of harmony and balance coming up here is important. The Page of Cups, this card came up in, I think, the last reading where it was indicative of something coming up, some sensitivities coming up. There's going to be some sort of an exchange. This is also an exchange, and it has to do with some things that have been kind of sensitive. It came up as something that was... you know, like sort of like a monkey wrench that was thrown in. So that card's coming up again. I feel this is a continuum. I think it was at the end of the last week's reading. So it has to do with that emotion. And like I said, there was an intensity of emotion in this Six of Waters. So there's going to be a sense, an energy of emotional sensitivities, but it's going to be, very emotional, an emotional exchange. This has something to do with an emotional exchange, is what I'm getting from Spirit. So something to do, I'm going to put these down, something they can see above you can't see down here that's important, you're not seeing it the way they'd like you to, and it is the Knight of Wands. This Knight is also going to the past. So there's a lot of energies in the past, okay? This indicates energies of the past. So you're not seeing the energies of the past in the right way. And when I see that in combination, she sort of almost looks like the Hangman. She's kind of laying here, but her head's down this way. So it's seeing something different, seeing the energies of the past or the actions in the past differently. They want you to see something, some sort of action that was taken in the past. They want you to see it in a different way. You're not seeing it the way that you're needing to see it. We'll see what it has to do with. It's the Two of Swords. So it has the actions or the energies that have happened in the past in regards to your relationship have kind of kept you stagnant. You haven't seen them in the right way, and they're kind of just showing you this. And it is that reason has kept your mind in stagnation. It has kept you in indecision. So it's about revisiting the past, seeing somebody's actions or non-actions. This could even be non-action, something that they didn't take the energy on in regards to it. It has kept your mind confused. It has kept you from making a decision. It has kept you closed off, and it has kept you stagnant. It is either you or your partner. So there's something here about the past, and we're talking about as well an emotional exchange. So this is something that they want you to see in a different way, or look at it differently, they're saying. Something to do for yourself this week that if you do it, it will help them help you, and it is King of Swords. So this is about the energies of taking control of your mind, taking control of your thoughts. This could have something to do with a masculine energy that is an air sign, or somebody that just has this representation of kind of being in control, a little bit less removed from emotion. But this can also be about being rigid in thought and being rigid of your thoughts. So it's about looking at that energy in regards to the Three of Pentacles. So working together. It's about looking at being maybe less rigid in how you cooperate or work together as a team. This is a Trinity energy in relationships that would represent the masculine, feminine, and the higher self in the 3D. So it's about looking at that and maybe controlling something to do with how you work and in that teamwork, in that aspect, is something to do for yourself this week. And in doing so, it's going to help them help you. And so it's about how you work at that and how you feel about it, how you think about that energy, or how you've been more in your mind about that cooperation in regards to that teamwork or that Trinity, then you've been in your mind more than in emotions. So it's looking at that in some way. Something to do with the next one is a secret you do not know, but knowing it will be beneficial, and it is a Six of Swords. So this again has to do with moving, and we felt that in this card here. So this is about the secret you do not know is that I feel for some you will be moving, physically moving, and it has something to do with your relationship. For some, this could be moving near water or having to journey over water. But physically relocating. For some, this is important. Again, we see 6 come up as important. We started with 6, and this is the 6. And it's now moving this direction, so it's into the future. So you may need to revisit the past, go back over actions or inactions or actions that weren't taken, looking at things in a different way and that aspect. But this is about in the future moving forward. So for some it's a physical move, for some it's just moving into a better energy, a better thought pattern, more stability and harmony in the way you're thinking about something in regards to it. And the Seven of Cups is a card of choices and I feel like being guided. This is all about, for me, sometimes it's representative of Spirit giving us signs and signposts. So I feel that you're going to be guided in the future in what direction you're taking. And I feel that for some, you're really thinking about a move. You've kind of really been playing it out in your mind, maybe kind of fantasizing. This is a sense of fantasy. But that fantasy is going to become a reality. So it's either a physical move for some, or you've been really thinking about moving into a better direction in regards to a relationship. But there is also going to be signs, or you're being given signs in regards to it. something coming soon, and it is a Ten of Swords, and this card came up in last week's reading, I think in the beginning, and it represents endings. To me, this also represents it could be, to me, it can also indicate the, what do they call that, the Day of the Dead? Day of the Dead? Even though this says 10 October, it could also be that time frame. November 1st is the Day of the Dead, and the Fool. So there's an ending and a new beginning. And I think this was the undercurrent in last week's reading, where there was a sense of feeling like you've been the Fool, perhaps been the Fool, and there's been that painful energies. But what I'm getting here, there's going to be an end. I feel this is around the end of October, beginning of November, and a new beginning, you know, a more joyful new beginning. I'm going to look at the undercurrent energies here, and we have the Nine of Pentacles. So this is about good fortune. There's some good fortune in the underlying energies. And it's all about finalizing too. There's some finalization of finances too for some that is important in regards to this ending, and an ending of painful energies or painful ways of thinking. This can even be self-defeating energies, things that keep us down, and a whole new energies moving forward. I'm happier moving forward, but this can also indicate moving in a new direction, moving through a portal. You can see she's going through that opening. So it's like kind of going through a new portal. And for some, like I said, this is a physical move, and for others, this is just moving in a better direction, into a better energy in regards to love. But for those that have a physical movement in regards to this is very much tied to your relationship and your future journey of your relationship. Even if you're not with that person right now, and it's just somebody that you're carrying in your heart, that new location is going to have something to do with that person that you're thinking about while you're watching this reading. That new location is important to the both of you. So keep that in mind. That's an important message for some. And again, this is just going to be a new energy for others, a new opening, a new portal coming up. That, you know, this does tie into last week's reading, where this felt like you had been made a fool of, and there was pain involved in it. But you're moving into a new energy, and you know, a more harmonious energy. Where that's going to be, you know, an ending, and there's going to be an end to that pain, and there's going to be a happier new opening through that portal that you're moving through. But I feel it's around the Day of the Dead, which this says October, but that is November 1st. So do keep that in mind. So I'm sending everyone angel blessings and oceans of love.